What's going on, pickers and grinners? Tom here. Did you know that your humbuckers contain special powers to amplify your tone, increase sustain, and open up your guitar's sound tremendously? And if you have a humbucking guitar and you've been playing guitar for a while, maybe you've never seen this before. They've always been right in front of you this whole time. These little screws right here on your humbuckers contain the power to open up your guitar's sound. And what really got me onto this is I put an expensive set of humbuckers in my guitar. And it was still sounding kind of muddy, not really full of life, and I wasn't looking forward to playing it. But then I started messing around with these little screws in my pickups, increasing the height of the screws. So what's the deal with these little screws? As you raise the screw up, it increases the volume of the string, and it can make it feel more lively as well. If it's too low, since it's a little too far from the string, it's going to sound lifeless and dull. So to give you an example, I have just adjusted the first 4 strings here, and I'm working on the next 2. Yeah, that G string hits you in the face, and it's a lot more full. Now we get to the B. That one doesn't have as much life to it. Sounds kind of low and lifeless. So what you do, you take a handy flathead screwdriver, roll your volume knob back, and we're just going to begin to adjust this screw here to bring that volume up so that it's equal to the rest of the guitar. And this is huge, especially when you're playing chords. You wonder, like, why don't all the notes ring out well? Well, probably not EQ'd here. So just get in here, move the string away, and then lefty, loosey, lefty raises up that string. And with the lower strings, these thinner strings, you need to bring it up a little bit more to increase the output of them than you would on the other strings. Thicker strings, they have more output. Especially if you're someone going down to a lighter string gauge. This enables you to get the same output of your 10 gauge strings with the slinky rubber band feel of the 9s. Huge advantage. Let's test it. Oh, that's noticeably louder. Tasty. And then finally the high E string. That's a really lifeless high E string. This isn't going to damage your pickups. This isn't going to damage your guitar. Make sure you have a compatible flathead screwdriver to get down there without scratching anything. That one's touching the string. You don't want the coil touching the string. The final volume check across all the strings, you do a little pentatonic run. All right, my A and D's need a little bit more output. Yeah, all right, that's gonna really open up when we start putting on the gain channel. Switching to the neck pickup now, do the same thing here. So neck pickup currently. It's got a decent tone already, but there is still some mud in there and a little bit too much mid-range. So let's open up some of these string volumes to give it some more character. By the way, do this only after you've raised the pickup. So you raise the pickup height first, then you adjust string volume. Where you'll probably end up adjusting this most is these thinner strings down towards the bottom, the G through the E strings. Ooh. It pops more, that G. And those chords are gonna start being nice. All right, let's bring up those B and E strings now. Can't believe for 20 years I've been in the dark on this one. I always wondered why they had screws on them. This makes perfect sense. And someone said, don't screw with that screw. And I'm like, no, I think we need to screw with these screws. Because I was screwed after I put these humbuckers in. I'm like, huh. Now if you look at these, they're not gonna look standard anymore. You can see that they're definitely raised up. And that's my individual string volumes. Now we're gonna do a fresh guitar. My Epiphone Les Paul outfitted with Seth Lover pickups. Come on out of your cave. Oh yeah. It's not just more volume. It's also a little bit more brightness. It's kind of what happens when you come out of your cave. More of your personality starts to shine. Open, way more open. Oh, that's a sound that wasn't there before. You can tell when you have these type of pickups, they're very articulate. And when you bring these coils up, you can hear that definition of the note. Very sensitive to touch, the way your finger hits the string here and on both sides. The way you pick it. You have a million tones right there. Let's roll this back and start opening up the neck. There's a lot more brightness in there. There's no set number here. You just take it to where you want the sound to be. Do it by ear, because you're playing it. Oh, that D has just popped out. You know, your guitar has tone knobs. Nobody uses tone knobs because guitars are usually very muddy. They're like, ah, well, I don't need to muddy up what's already muddied. All right, this has been brightened up considerably compared to the old. Let's combine the two. Da, da, da. Oh yeah. All of a sudden, my 2007 Epiphone has just become a vintage Les Paul by opening up these pickups. I love it. I love it.